Hello ResponsiBidders, I am so excited to share with you today the new proposal format that is going to be used in your ResponsiBid account going forward and letting you see all the features, things it can do, and all the cool things that are benefits that will help you to close more jobs at higher prices. So let's start off by just looking at the proposal. In this case, I'm going to make the customer an open bid, and the first thing you'll notice is that we have two notes fields. This field is the one you're used to. It's the private notes, the ones the customers can't see. When I go into the next page, you're going to see that, for example, I'm going to take that out, and you'll notice it'll save. And we'll say this is something the customer might share with you in a proposal after they've seen the pricing. And we'll see how they can see those notes later on. So without any further ado, let's go take a look at the new proposal. And you'll notice that there are, first of all, there's 3 spots that are now kind of quarantined off that we call the proposal. There's the quote, the confirmation, and the scheduling. Now obviously scheduling, don't worry, we'll get there and you'll see that if you're a CrewCal user, the customer can schedule themselves, but if you're not a CrewCal user, all of our other options are still available to you just as they were before. So your logo will be at the top. There will now be a prepared for spot right there, and then if you're using the proposal header video in your company profile, then that will show there. If not, these buttons will move up. And now you'll see that there's a pricing section and an additional info section. So in the pricing section, this is where a customer would have come through and selected what it was that they wanted. And as they do select, you'll notice that this turns green and a check mark goes up in the tab. You'll also notice that the service details are still there. You can still see them. And you'll also notice that if I click, I can go to gutter cleaning, I can go to the next service by either clicking this tab or I can click this button here. So if I click to go to the next service, and I select a service, you'll see that I can also go to the next service by either clicking the next tab or this section here, or I can click here. So there's lots of stuff pushing people forward through the proposal. Now on this page, you'll see I've got 3 packages available for the customer to select from. And at this point, it looks like we've selected the 649, but they could change their mind and select the basic if they really wanted to. Also notice that there's a service details here, but also if you're using the sales help video within step 1 of the module editor for any particular service, that help video to help pick the package is now sort of hidden away but given as a help. And all this text you see around here is all editable. I'll show you in a minute. So it's pretty cool. No overload for videos, but lots of personality. Now at this point, we can go to confirm our bid by either clicking on the confirm tab or clicking here or going to the next step. So if I click confirm, it just takes me to this page and it shows me that now I can see everything I selected and a grand total. Here's those notes I was telling you about before. So if a customer added their own notes here, they can give you that information after they've seen all the packages and their pricing. And then the other nice thing is that if you add notes, the customer will see your notes as well, assuming that that's not the first time they're looking at the proposal. Now, there's also a new signature area, and the customer can sign there. You'll notice that now we've gone from the quote to the confirm, and now we're on the scheduled page, and we're using the date pick option that has been available for quite some time in ResponsiBid proposals. But instead of stacking it all and making it difficult as far as understanding what to do next, now everything moves through this sort of progression. Now, that is all pretty cool stuff, but I want to show you a couple other features that are now available inside of the proposal in addition to just the pretty face. So first, let's go to the customer profile and notice that we have the name of the person who signed their name, we have the date, the time, the signature, and we know the IP address that they're at. Also, we can add our own notes to this, and by doing that, it'll auto-save and those will be visible to the customer. But let's check out an area I didn't show you. So here we are looking at the prices. If a customer clicks on additional info, you can see that now they are able to download their proposal as a PDF, and also they see the about company stuff that was always present before, but also there's a new option for building specs. And this is where a customer can see what specifications are taken into account for their bid. So this is all automatically generated. But the cool thing is that you can add as many other tabs as you need for other stuff to talk to the customer about. And I'll show you that. Let's go ahead and take a look at the PDF. When I click on the PDF, it automatically prints a cover sheet using the About Us page, your logo, and who it's prepared for. And then you can see whenever they've selected a package, it'll look like this in the PDF, and if they haven't, it just will not have the green title nor the green check mark. So they can see all the stuff that they've picked, they can see their job specs, they can see the total, they'll even be able to have a place to physically sign, and if there was any other attachments to the end, those would be available as well. I'll show you how to do that. To get back to the pricing, they just simply click back here, and here they are back in their proposal. So if we go to Settings and Company Profile, those of you who either use a different language or possibly just need different terminology, notice that you now have an area in your company profile called the Proposal Labels. And you'll see that you get these little cues as to what you're editing and how it will work in the proposal. So in the case of pricing, that's a button, or additional info, there's another button. You can actually say what each button says inside of it. And you can change all sorts of text, basically anything that is available and not editable anywhere else. So that's pretty cool, but also there's proposal tabs. Now by default, the web version of the proposal will show the About Company and the job specs, and those will come to you by default, as well as the job specs being in print. The About Company is required because that's how we build the cover sheet for the PDF. Now, let's say I wanted to add something like an insurance document, or maybe a picture of all my employees. So let's just say the team. And you upload a file, and I'm going to do it from my desktop, and I'm going to choose this family picture here. So I'm going to add this as a custom tab, and I can put it wherever I'd like. So if I want to have it before the job specs, I could do that. I want to make this available on the web and in print, and that's now saved. So now, and you can keep adding new tabs, probably insurance one would be, I think, really important. And now when we look at John Travolta's proposal, which by the way, I should have pointed out how it went pending, I'll do that this time. So now if we look at that proposal, we'll see that when we click on additional info, we've got about the company, then we have the team, and you can see that there's our attachment there inside of the web version. And if I were to download the PDF, you'll see that it gets added and appended, I guess you'd say, to the very end there. And it fits nice on the page. So that is the new tabs area that you'll be able to do, and the customization of all sorts of different things about that. But the part I did want to point out is that if the customer goes to the pricing and they decide to go to confirm, they actually haven't gone pending quite yet. When they say that they've signed it, spell my own name, and they click schedule now, that is what flipped the customer profile to a pending customer profile. So that is the new proposal in a nutshell. There's actually lots and lots of stuff for you to look at here between the proposal tabs, the proposal labels, and all the different things that you can do. But we've done lots of testing with end users, homeowners, and business owners. And we know that with all of the user testing that we've done is going to be really important for getting your jobs to close at higher prices. So we're super excited about that, and we hope you love it. And of course, if you ever have any questions, make sure you hit us up in the chat area, and we're happy to help any way we can. Have a great one.